Jonathan with Iron Mind Hypnosis here. I want to say a few words about loss, losing, losing things we care about, losing things that, well, things that care about us. Well, usually, things that care about us have names. We don't call them things; we call them people, possibly pets for people. But in the course of our lives, it is pretty much the way that there will be people we care about, people and things that we care about, and people or creatures that care about us that, for whatever reason, are no longer an active part of our physical lives. Oftentimes, this is because they leave the physical world. They're no longer alive. They've passed away. And it's very common when that happens to grieve. That's kind of how it goes. We grieve that we no longer have that person, that influence, continuing to invest in our lives, continuing to be a resource for us. It's very easy to be concerned about our loss of the person or thing that we loved. Now, the thing is, yes, uh, perhaps a parent figure, perhaps an intimate partner, a friend, is no longer physically present. We maybe can't reach them by telephone anymore to encourage us with new words of wisdom, new insights. Ask them specific questions when we don't want to go on Wikipedia and do the research. But those people, even those creatures that have cared about us, the memories, as long as you retain your marbles, the marbles that are their memory, their influence on you, stay with us. And I used to think that it was a shame that we weren't getting new marbles, weren't getting new memories of them impacting our lives. They could cause new influence. I no longer think that's true. You see, the people who have left us, even the creatures, the animals, the pets that are no longer with us, their memories are still with us. And in addition to that, our memory of how they were in the world, how they cared for us, their wisdom, their sense of humor, their goals, their virtues, even their vices. The things that made them particular in this world are things that we still have. Because we would know if a loved one was acting strange, good or bad. We would know if they were acting differently. It would catch our attention. Because it's possible with only a few hours of observing someone, actually only a few seconds, to get a feel for what they're like. So, how much more when you're talking dozens of hours, hundreds of hours, thousands of hours spent with another person in one way or other. All the things that they have ever done, they have ever been around you, not only left a mark on you, molded you in some way, but left their fingerprint in a way, left their their soul print on you, left a bit of their philosophical DNA upon you. And the thing with DNA is it allows recreation, replication. So the fact that you experienced a person for possibly quite a few hours in your life, maybe years, in many different circumstances, sure, many circumstances might have been the same, always in the home or always in a business or always some other context. But most people we've seen at least a few different contexts, a few different situations, different emotional things for them. And we can use that soul print or that philosophical DNA to recreate what they would want for us, what they would hope for us, what would they advise us if they were still physically present to do it. And for most cases, if that person were physically present to encourage us in some way, they'd probably encourage us very much the way we would guess. Sure, the specific words might not be quite as creative as the original. They might be a blend of ourselves and their selves. But the investment they've made in us continue, can continue to grow. The the impact that they made in the world, their their light can continue to grow in our lives even after they're gone. Assuming it's safe and appropriate for you to do so. I'd like to invite you to a bit of a closed iron process, a bit of a hypnotic process. It's safe and appropriate. Take a deep breath, close your eyes, allow tension to melt out of your body. Perhaps melting first from your head, maybe the scalp or your face. Maybe melting past your ears or the back of your head. Tension melting out of your neck, finding a comfortable posture that suits you just right for now. Tension leaving your shoulders, perhaps also your upper arms. Maybe the tension leaving your chest or upper back. In all these places, noticing relaxation. You can relax and notice comfort growing as peace fills you, perhaps in small areas, perhaps in large. And continue that process with every breath, helping you to release tension. Let the tension melt away, leaving relaxation in its place. Comfort and peace growing. Every breath helps you to relax, feel more comfortable, and at peace. And you can find yourself in a garden. Perhaps this is a garden you've been in before, or one that's new to you. Perhaps it's a garden with practical aspects, or perhaps a garden only for flowers and beauty. And you can enjoy this garden, noticing what is off to your left and to your right. What sort of thing is in front of you, and what behind? And is there anything in the far distance, or is there a view at all? And just enjoy this time of peace. Continue to breathe and continue to relax, feeling ever more comfortable with every breath, knowing the surface beneath you will support you and keep you safe, knowing the sounds around you can help you to focus on this experience, whether they're soft or silent or loud, impressive noises, can help you to focus on this experience. And my voice will go with you wherever you go. In a moment, we're going to find a path to a place of deep unconscious processing, a place that will allow you to connect with the best aspects of someone who loved you, someone who cared. Now, it's important to realize that all people that have impacted our lives are just like us in certain critical ways. And one of those ways is that we're all works in progress. We're all combinations of our light and our dark. We're all aspects in which we are skilled and aspects where we are clumsy. So it's perfectly natural that sometimes in our lives we will hope to touch somebody with only the purest of intent for their good. And it also sometimes happens that those contacts, that touch, that attempt to shine light or encouragement, to support people we care about, or that we just want to help in passing, sometimes those go not at all to plan. Sometimes the encouragement doesn't seem to take, and sometimes things go rather more poorly. And likewise, just as we are imperfect in trying to do good for those around us, those around us are never truly perfect in their desires or skills to be good to us. Knowing the limitations of skills as distractions that can distract a heart or a mind. The other things that can pull a perfect intent into a strange shape. This place that we are going to go to of deep unconscious processing is a place where our life, our wisdom has seen through so many of the distractions that affected the people, the creatures, those things that loved us, and set aside all of the distortions to show only the pure light of their concern, their love, their wisdom, their intelligence, their patience, their kindness, their humor, their peace, and all the virtues, taking the virtue behind being expressed by the people who love us. That's right. In this place, knowing we're safe, we'll find a voice, a energy of someone who is no longer with us in our life for reasons of distance, for reasons of communication, or for reasons of death in the physical world. And it's fine and appropriate to select even someone of tangential importance in our life. But look around for a place in the garden of special interest. And you may know what that is, or maybe a new place of special interest. We're looking for a place that can have a path, a tunnel, a doorway, a hole, or some way of moving through. And when you've found that place of special interest, allow it to form something with a pathness to it, a way of moving through. And Go down that path. And I will count from 10 down to 1. 10, 9, 8. Starting to get a sense. 7, 6, 5. Halfway there. 4, 3. It's starting to become clear. 2, 1. And are you inside or outside in this place? Are you alone or with others in this place? And do you know if it is daytime or nighttime? Now, this place holds symbols for you of that purified virtue, concern, kindness, energy, humor, wisdom, care, peace, whatever it was from the person you are considering. But that energy unleashed, unchained, no longer held by the bounds of their limitations, because they're free of those limitations here. Their sense of humor is no longer bound by only the languages they know. Their wisdom is no longer bound by only their field of expertise. Their kindness is no longer bound by their physical needs. Their love is no longer bound by having to be contained in a physical body. And so, too, with all the virtues that you might remember a person for, that might have been hiding behind the things you do remember of them. And you can select some of these things. I'd invite you to choose one virtue that you really respected from this person, the way they communicated, the way they were in your life, the example they set. Was it their patience? Was it their love? Was it their wisdom? Was it their kindness? Was it their sense of humor? Was it their playfulness? There are hundreds of virtues that a person could have impacted your life with and left a mark of true beauty, the sort of thing you might even aspire to create in others. And I don't know if that will be in the form of a light for you, the form of a gem, or some completely other symbol. I don't know what form that virtue from the person that loved you will take for you. And I don't know if it's appropriate for you to take that wholesale into yourself and into your life. Or if you just want a reminder, choose in which way you'll have a reminder, or the virtue in all its power, so that those things, the person that loved you, the person that cared for you, the person who invested in your life in some way, at their very best, stripped away of all the things that distracted them, so that you can continue to bring forth in the world some of their virtues, their positive characteristics, their hopes for the things they wanted to have be in this world, the things that they thought were right. And just sit with and enjoy that aspect that you will take with you soon. Now, in a moment, I'm going to invite you to leave this place of deep processing, knowing that, of course, you can come back again. You can use this process as many times for each of the virtues, each of the powerful and good characteristics of each of the people that have touched your life. But I'm going to count from 1 to 10. And we'll be back in that garden space. 1, 2, 3. Having left behind the deep place. 4, 5, halfway back. 6, 7, 8, almost to the garden. 9, 10, and being at peace in the garden. Enjoying the plants, its special character, its special beauty. And I can't help but wonder, as you think about your day, as you think about the day that remains, think about the day tomorrow, and think about the days yet to come in the week to come. How the reminder of the virtue of that person who held you dear, who was important to you, how you can bring that aspect of them into full force in your life. I don't know which characteristic you chose for your special person, but it can show itself more purely, more strongly, more brightly for having had this experience. And you can continue to bring what was beautiful about that person to other people as you go through your life, whether they be large people or small people, young people or old people, people you agree with or people you disagree with quite often, you can still bring that special characteristic of your special person and offer it in the life of everyone you meet. You can think through some of the highlights of the day and weeks to come and how you might be just a little different, maybe a lot different. How much more patient you might be with yourself, even. How much more patient you might be with others. And you can also just enjoy this garden. And in a moment, I'm going to bring you back, fully wide awake and alert. We're going to do that on a count of 5. Because I'll count from 1 to 5. And when I reach 5, you'll be fully wide awake and alert. 1, being aware of your physical location, that's the surface supporting you. 2, noticing energy flowing into your body from all the air surrounding you. 3, taking a deep breath of that energy-giving oxygen to help your tissues and cells energize and be ready for your waking life. 4, moving your fingers and toes, becoming aware of your body fully and your physical location. 5, big stretch, feeling good, feeling fantastic. Ready to carry forward in your life the energy, the virtue that you picked from that person that so impacted you in your life. Giving new life to all the things that were best about them in their very best way on their very best days. So that their energy continues to make a difference in this world. And it amplifies your energy to make a difference in your world as well. And every person you touch is touched by both your special person and you, so that they are now better in some way. Maybe it's small. Maybe it's big, makes a huge difference for them. But each person you touch, whether you touch them with patience, whether you touch them with wisdom, whether you touch them with love, whether you touch them with humor, in whatever way you touch their life, will be just a little bit better for it. I hope you have a wonderful day. Thanks for your time. Take care.